Hi, friends. Welcome to another wonderful day of math with Mr. M. We're going to do lesson 14.5 today. I think the book technically has it as a 2-day lesson, but part one looks pretty darn fast, so I'm going to try and kind of rip through it in one day, and we'll see how it goes. If I start to run long, I'm just going to stop yapping and pause, and then I'll make a second video for a second day, but I'd say right now, let's buckle up and get after it. Less chatter, have at her, right? Okay, our goal today is to be able to state that we can find the volumes of cubes and rectangular prisms, and we can find the volume of a solid constructed from unit cubes, find the volume of something made of blocks, and to also compare volumes of cubes, rectangular prisms, and other objects. P's to the P's to the lemon of the squeeze. Hey, look at these guys comparing. The watermelon takes up more space than an orange. This is because the watermelon has a greater volume than the orange. The volume of an object is the amount of space that it occupies. Got it? Get it? Good. Which one has the bigger volume, a softball or a football? Did you say football? Good. All right. Does the gift box or the carton have a larger volume? The carton, you say? Oh my gosh, you guys are brilliant. I've been watching a lot of PBS lately with my boys, so I kind of envision just you're all yelling at the screen and participating with me like my 2-year-old does watching Super Y. All right, number 3, which one's got the greater volume? Basketball. Beautiful. I like how you shouted that out. Excellent. Oh, this is thoughtful girl. I like her. Find the volumes of cubes and rectangular prisms in cubic units. So we've already kind of gone over the idea of one cube having a cubic unit back when we were doing lessons 14.1 and 2. All right. Here we've got a cube that's made up of 8 unit cubes. In the first layer, you've got 4 cubes, and in the second layer, you've got 4 cubes. Add them all up, and you get 8. Oh my gosh, excellent. Well played, friends. All right, what is the volume? How many cubic units are in this prism? I'd wait, but you should have it done by now. Did you say 12? I know you said 12. Excellent. Brilliant work. Okay, take a look here. It says these prisms are made up of unit cubes. Find the volume of each by filling out the little guided chart below. I'm going to pause for a second so I can make the answers instantly with here. You pause and solve it. Go. Boop. Look how fast those answers show up. Do you agree? Of course you agree. You've got this. All right, any questions, send them off to your teacher, but I think you can handle it. All right, what is the volume of this solid? You should be able to count up the squares in the time it takes me to delete that. Excellent. Did you say 10? I hope you said 10, because it's 10, right? All right, let's move on. Oh, this guy, he knows things. He's telling us that it's 10. We dedicated 2 slides to that. And that's why we're going to get through 26 slides together today, because we just dedicated 2 slides to counting 10 blocks. But don't let this guy hide from you back here. Always pay attention. And I like that you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I kind of like the little groups of 3s that he does. So that is pretty crafty. Whoa, Pear Deck. I don't want to go into Pear Deck. You go away. Oh, maybe that didn't pop up on your screen. Cray. All right, I'll just keep talking to myself. All right, these guys are made up of unit cubes. Find the volume of each one. I'm going to pause just long enough to make my answers appear. You pause long enough just to write yours. All right, friends, do we agree? I sure hope so. If not, and I'm wrong, show your teacher, and you guys can all have a laugh at my expense. That's cool. I'm a big boy. I can take it. All right, let's move on. I think that's the end of day 1, technically. All right, comparing the volumes of solids. So up here we have cube 1 that has a volume of 8. We have a prism with a volume of 16 and a rando solid with a volume of 8. The cube and the solid have a lesser volume than the prism. The cube and the solid have the same volume. The prism has the greater volume because we're comparing the 8s and the 16s. All right. Y'all got that? Excellent. Bigger is greater. Find the volume of each and then compare their volumes. I shall pause and solve these while you pause and solve these. And as always, we'll compare our responses. I'm a little bit vain because I'm talking to you guys, but I'm looking at my face down in the corner there like I can't get enough. But, I should be talking to you. Hi. Solve. All right, once again, do we agree? I'm a little irritated. I wish they'd have just done volume of B over here. You know, had two nice little columns, but of course they couldn't do it that way. They had to do just enough to kind of mess with my brain a little bit. So there you go. 3 layers of 12, a layer of 12, and a layer of 9, and then just those cubes. All right. Clear. Continue. Oh, now you can find the volume of a solid using units of measurement. Okay. Some measurements for volume include cubic centimeters, because you would do centimeter by centimeter by centimeter, and inches by inches by inches, giving you cubic inches. Okay, so in this case, you have a cube that is, or a centimeter that's 1 cubic centimeter. So if you've ever used centimeter cubes in any of your earlier math classes, that's why they're called that. And then this is a cube with a volume of 1 inch cubed. Okay. All right. Boom. Oh, and then up here you've got another one. We go from 1 cubic foot to 1 cubic meter. Cubic meter is pretty big. One thing you might also hear about is this is just a fun fact for me talking about my life, is a cubic yard, which is 1 yard by 1 yard. But then that would also be, and this is good artwork on my part. A cubic yard also equals 27 cubic feet. Trust me, it'll make sense, because it's 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. All right, moving on. I might have just jumped ahead there, but that's all right. You guys are all talented. You can handle it. This prism is made up of 16 1-inch cubes. Its length we see is 4, the width is 2, and the height is 2. We find the area of the base, or the volume of the first layer, by doing 4 times 2. And then you find the total volume by taking that times 2, and you get 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 is 16. Or its length times width times height. Let's quit dancing around and just call it what it is. All right. Watching the clock, watching the clock, watching the clock. All right. You shout, all right. Okay, so as I ask you a question, you got to yell out to me. What's the length of this solid? 5 feet. Oh, good. I heard some of you say 5 centimeters, but it's 5 feet. Good job paying attention to your units. How wide is it? Oh, 3 feet. You're getting quicker at this. Excellent. And how tall is it? 3. Very good. And then you can tell me how to, come up with the volume. Okay, yes, length times width times height. Yes, that's the formula, but what are we putting into that formula? Oh, I see. 5 times 3 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 3 is 45 cubic feet. Oh, you did so well on that one. Beautiful work. All right. Now we're comparing. I think this is the last part, is comparing volumes of solids. This prism here is made up of 9 cubes. This rando solid here is made up of 7. 9 is greater than 7. A has a greater volume than B. Wrap your heads around that. If you need to pause and ponder and read, you go right ahead. But now I'm going to move on. All right. These solids are made up of 1-inch cubes. Which one has the greater volume? Pause me for a second and then we'll do it. Okay, you got that? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 here, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. A has a greater volume than B. All right, next. Ooh, well, here's the deal. If you're at school, you can do all of these lovely activities. If you're not at school, you have to use your, hang on, I gotta get in the frame to use it, imagination. All right. So pretend you had 12 connecting cubes. If you don't have 12 connecting cubes, you can go play a little program called Tinkercad and you can build them there. Pretty fun. Okay. The volume of, so build this rectangular prism using the 12 cubes. Lo and behold, it's got a volume of 12. Rearrange them to build this. The volume of this is, well, if I'm just rearranging the same cubes, it sure looks to me like it's going to be 12 again. Oh, for crying out loud. And if I'm rearranging this one, it's also going to be 12. Oh, for crying out loud. Build 2 other solids using all 12 cubes. What do you notice about the volumes of these different solids? Well, if you use the 12 cubes every time, I assume they're all going to have the Same volume. Wait, that hurt my brain. It's 10 minutes, but I'm not going to stop. We got this. I'm going to have you out of here at 12. Build all the possible cubes in Mercurian prisms using 8, 11, and 12 snap cubes. We don't have this. If you have this, if you have the cubes, pause this and do this. You can explore. When you explore something, you do it on your own without a guide. So that's me. I'm out. All right, good luck with that. All right, let's practice. These volumes are made up of cubes. Find the volumes of each one. Did you get 14? Me too. How about this one? Did you get 10? Me too. Sometimes you just got to pause me because I want to go right through and do it. Nope, that's just a dot. All right. Find the volume of each solid. Pause me because I'm about to cut loose on them in about 5 seconds. So do it before I do. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget this sneaky little monkey back there, by the way. 7. This is also 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hiding back there. 8, 9. Again, if I got something wrong, show your teacher. Have a good laugh at my expense and then correct it. Boy. All right. Pause me. I'm solving it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hopefully y'all got this. 3, 2, 2, 12, and 4, 3, 3, 36. Well, of course A has a greater volume than B. Is that seriously the last thing I'm doing? Oh, okay, do it again. Count the cubes, and psst, don't miss these hidey ones that are back there that you have to use your imagination to see. All right, solve again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I just counted them. And then 3, 3, and another 3. 12 plus 9 is 21. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. 12. I can't even see a block, but I'm assuming that one's sitting on top of it. C is greater than D. Okay, this is why we can do this in one day. Come on. It's taking more time to talk than it is to do the work. Did it. 12, 13 minutes, but. And I dropped my pen. Whatevs. You can do this bad boy, talk about it with your teacher, talk about it with whoever your instructor might be, but this is a good a challenge for you to do. After this, you have got, this is the assignment that goes with the lesson 201 to 204. Your teacher might give you something that differs from that a bit, but that should align pretty well, and submit whatever they ask you to submit. And then these are Pear Deck enabled, so that if your teacher presents this by a Pear Deck, you should be able to do them right on the slides here. So, yeah, I think you got this. A little bit longer today, but not so long that it needed to be 2 days. Y'all rock. Good job. I'll be coming back at you shortly with lesson 14.6. Later, taters.